Super James Pond is a special kind of game. I like to list it along with other strange Super Nintendo games such as Captain Commando and James Bond Jr. What's that? Never heard of those games? Huh, weird. To put it into a better perspective, Super James Pond could be listed into the category of the weird part of YouTube. Yeah, you know the one.
Fun. Fun. Start puffing, boy.
This game just kinda got stuck in a weird Super Nintendo limbo until unsuspecting kids rented it from their local video game store just to be struck with confusion. Now I'm not saying that it's a bad game, as during my childhood I actually played it for countless hours, but that doesn't necessarily make it a good one. First of all, the one and only reason kids would ever buy or rent this game instead of something like Super Mario World is probably due to the art on the label of the game. Kids would take one look at this game and be all over it due to the fact that he has a gun. To my knowledge, you never gain the ability to use a gun, nor are there any guns in the game at all. What a clickbait. It's like one of those annoying Facebook game ads where you know that whatever in the picture is sure as hell not in the game. I just always hated that it showed him with a gun, like why? When I was younger, much like 50% of other families, my parents divorced. When I would go to visit my dad every second weekend, all he had in the living room was a crappy old TV stand and TV. Beside my dad's house was another little 2-bedroom house that we owned that we would rent out to people. The tenants at the time felt bad for my dad and us after the divorce, so he gave us some furniture and lo and behold, a Super Nintendo, which I actually still have. This Super Nintendo was my first ever game console and is what got me into gaming. So thanks, random tenant. The games that came with the system were Super Mario World, of course, Donkey Kong Country 2, and Super James Pond. I never actually played James Pond, I just tossed it aside until I got into my teens and me and my cousin started watching Angry Video Game Nerd. On the hunt for crappy games in my collection, we discovered James Pond and admittedly, I didn't mind it. I hate the graphics of this game. Everything is just weird. It's all bright and ugh. The first thing you see is balls with faces and shoes and card birds and teddy bears. It used to freak me out. The game was a typical side scroller, but when you jumped it felt like you were bouncing on the moon.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The best part was when you did the stretchy ability and the game would drop its frame rate like incredibly and look like it's in slow motion for a second. All the items looked weird as well. Everything from penguins to earth globes. I don't know. It was all so weird. I know I'm saying weird too much, but I don't know what else to call it. James Bond himself, I guess, is a land fish thing, frog, tadpole. I never had any clue, to be honest. I don't know exactly why they make it seem like a spin-off to James Bond, as it has nothing at all to do with the movies.
The name's Bond. James
Pond.
Once again using the clickbait tactic to attract kids. I remember playing this game and having to mute the TV because the music was far from a treat to the ears. Almost every level, as soon as you enter, as it was loading, it would wait a second and give you a break. It would just be a black screen and silence, giving you the hope of a different song. Then bam! Same stupid loop all over again. The gameplay itself was pretty fun, to be honest. Running fast along the stage and jumping repeatedly on top of enemies like Mario was always pretty fun to do. Don't even ask what the plot is, I honestly have no idea. It has something to do with Santa Claus and the North Pole. If that's the case, I have no idea how a supposed fish survives in minus 40-degree weather. Apparently he's mechanical or something? I don't know, I'm not getting on that subject again. Now, you're probably thinking, why do I not mind this game? Guess it's because it's just okay. It can be pretty challenging at times, and to be honest, I've actually never beat it. I'm not sure if this is due to the fact that it's actually hard or if I just can't handle playing it anymore. But if you do beat a level, it makes you feel pretty accomplished. I honestly always enjoyed popping it in every now and then. I can think back and remember times when I was younger just sitting there playing it for hours. Once you get over the graphics and the music, it's actually pretty enjoyable. The game still to this day is an inside joke between my brother, my cousin, and me, just for being James Pond. I mean, come on, look at it. How can you not make jokes about it? There's so much weird stuff in it. There's that word weird again. All the items looked weird as well. Weird, so weird. But the thing about this game is it's so ridiculous it just can't be bad. Now that probably doesn't really make sense to most of you, but it makes sense to me. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed listening to what I remember about Super James Pond. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like it, leave a comment if you hated it or whatever. That'd be awesome though. Thanks for watching, guys.